What's up, YouTube? It's your girl, Nikki, and I'm back. Y'all, I'm sitting in the car. I got, some house guests. Well, my daughter's in town. So, I ain't want to disturb anybody this morning. But because it's been a couple days since I did a video, you know what I'm saying? I wanted to come on and do a video, y'all. I've been sick, under the weather. Been dealing with some female issues, and today is the day I woke up and I actually I feel a whole lot better than I have in probably the last week or so. I was supposed to vlog my trip to Atlanta, the game and stuff like that. Y'all, I didn't do any of that. I felt so horrible just dealing with female issues, but you know, that's neither here nor there. I'm here now. But I did, I wanted to come on here and say a few things, about, things that I experienced in my life. The last couple of days, and not just the last couple of days, I've been actually seeing it and just questioning it. Like, y'all, I want to know, if so many people in the world believe in God, believe in Jesus Christ, and all of these, and believe in His word, and go to church, and all of these things, why is it that when it comes down to situations where you have a child and all this other stuff, like, we really lack trust in our kids, and lack trust in people? Now, I can't say, to me, I trust people who show me that I can trust them. And sometimes I only trust them as far as I can see them. You know what I'm saying? If I see you, I probably trust what you're saying to me, whatever. But no, I probably don't trust the fact that you'll go back and say the same thing, because people switch up, and I have understood, like, living in these days and time, everybody are not the same. They may be one way with you, but then they may be another way with other people. And I have come to realize that, you know what I'm saying? That's why, if I've ever said it, I don't have really too many favorites, or I don't do all the favorite and stuff no more. And to me, it's just who communicate with me, I communicate with them, you know what I'm saying? But just actually trusting them, you know what I'm saying, to not be who they've shown me to be, I'm not gonna, say that what somebody won't do, because people do what they want to do, and I've seen that, I've been shown that, and I do it myself, you know what I'm saying. But I don't, like I said, I'm not a malicious person, though, you know what I'm saying? But, other people have other motives, and other people are not me. So I can't say what the next person won't do. But when it comes to my child, I would say, even when it comes to, y'all, excuse my voice, because I still am a little sick, but not a lot. I feel a whole lot better. But, like, one thing about losing my mom, y'all, has really, and getting a relationship with God, it has really taught me that if you're going to really believe in God, trust in God and His word, I feel as though people say they trust in God, believe in God, but don't really know what it really means to really trust in God and to believe in God. Because when you actually trust and believe in God, you really don't have as many worries as a non-believer. In other words, I lost my mom young. Yes. Everything that I did in my life, I can honestly say, was off of impulse. I can't say that I did something actually knowing what it was that I was doing. I can't say, like, a couple of times when, like, I wanted to get an apartment or something like that, I would, pray to God, and then things would actually come into play. But, like, with making decisions, like with dealing with men and jobs and, dealing with people, like, I honestly didn't know how to maneuver, or I didn't know really how to trust people. Like, things are learning situations. You have to learn to trust people. You have to learn to be in good relationships with people. You have to learn men. And, what I'm saying? Everything is a learning situation. So I can say at this point in my life, at me being 37 years old, I've seen everything that I need to see when it comes to dealing with people, dealing with men, dealing with family, dealing with friends. I done seen everything, dealing with jobs. I've seen it all. I've seen how bad things can be, and I've seen how good things can be. I've seen people who will trust you not even knowing you and won't even give you the chance or the benefit of the doubt. And I've seen people who will trust you not knowing you and giving you the benefit of the doubt. Like, I've seen both ways. So it's like, at this point in my life, when it comes to me, I have a 23-year-old child. When it comes to what she does in her life, I have no say-so over that. I don't try to force my opinions upon her. Now, I will give her advice on things, like when I see she doing certain things, I might give her advice. But at the end of the day, I do know her life is her life. So whatever she chooses to do, that's going to be her. And I just have to support her in the decisions that she makes. When I was growing up, I didn't make all the right decisions. So why would I try to force her into making decisions that I think? Nah, I can't say that they're just right. I can offer my advice, my opinions, based off my experiences. But who's to say what worked for me or what happened for me in my life is gonna work for her or be the same in her life? Like, things are different. Now, we may go through some of the same things, but sometimes things have different outcomes with different people. So you can't just make it seem as if you just know it all. And back to my point, if you really believe and trust in God, you will never feel as though you know it all. Because believing in and trusting in God is saying that He knows it all. He knows the best. All you can do is point them in the direction of God, of Jesus Christ. And if you know they know God, then you know they doing the right thing. But other than that, like my child, 23 years old, after she left, she graduated high school living in Connecticut with her father. Things went a little, right. So she wanted to come back to where I live in Georgia. But things wasn't right as far as the job. She graduated and she wanted to do something with her life. But where I live in Georgia, it's not just a, money making town. Connecticut is a bigger place. They have bigger cities, and they make more money. And although the cost of living is more, it's still bigger city. You have more to do, and you don't have to limit yourself to the things that that are just here. Because where I live at, child, we got probably a fun park, which is something like a place where you play games, ride go-karts and stuff like that. We have a movie theater. Other than that, we don't really have too many more things that it is for people or kids or young people growing up to do besides going to club. And then the clubs get shot up and people are always dying and stuff like that. So like my daughter, she do like probably go out, but she's not a club. That's not something that she do. Like, she like to really go places. She got her other cousins and friends and whatever, they get together and they actually go out of town and have a good time. You know what I'm saying? They like going to the beach and stuff like that, not just going to the club. You know what I'm saying? Even though, because to me, if something's going to happen, it's going to happen regardless of where you at. You're not going to be able to stop when stupidity comes. Like, you can't control what another person's mind is on. All you can do is trust in yourself, trust in God for number one, and pray that He just leads you in the right direction. I am so proud of my daughter for making the decision that she made. After, like I was going to say, after she came back and when she left again, moved back to Connecticut, I was sad. I was hurt because I was thinking family wise. But my daughter is thinking about her money, her future. And so I had to step back and really realize that my life is not her life. Just because I did move to Connecticut at one point in my life, but I decided to move back because I didn't like the dynamics of where I was at and some of the people or a person that I was around. So I came back. And I can't honestly say I just like the dynamics of my family that's here. But God led me to me, I feel as though, I always said it, He led me to my husband. And so, to me, God is showing me how good life can be with the right person in your life. And to me, that's my husband. Because just dealing with my family, that is not just a peaches and cream situation. No. Family they will uplift you, but at the same time, they can be your biggest downfall. Because you'll be looking for something that you'll probably never get from them. When it comes to my child, she has my support 1,000% on whatever it is that she chooses to do in her life. I would never say or never think to myself that I know what's best for her. Because I don't. She don't know. None of us really knows what's best for us. But we just have inklings and we just have feelings that what we want to do will turn out being something good for us. And that's all I can say. And once you have a feeling about what you want to do in your life and you try to make that decision and you make that decision and you're a believer in God, even if you making the wrong decision, you'll still end up in the right place. You ain't sitting and being stuck and stagnant in one place. You making decisions in your life based off of what you want to do in your life, and based off of your belief in God, and knowing that He will lead you to the right place. Y'all, I really don't understand how Christians, I ain't judging nobody. I'm not judging nobody. But I just don't understand how, y'all, we have these relationships with the youth growing up. And we try to tell them, no, you got to do this, you got to do that, you got to do this, you got to do that. Knowing that we probably didn't make all the best decisions in our lives. Knowing that, shoot, we probably could have went somewhere else if we actually followed God. I don't know why some families make it seem like you have to be around your family. No. You don't have to be around your family. It's okay to get away and come back. I honestly believe, and I honestly know that it's okay to get away and come back. I will never make my child feel like she just got to be around certain people. She got to be stuck and stagnant. She got to stay here, and she got to do this. She got to be around. No. I just won't do it. I won't do it. I support my child 1,000%. And every time, like, when I was mad I wouldn't say I was mad, but I felt some kind of way because she told me she was coming home, but then she texted me and told me that that her flight had got canceled. So she was, had to come at a later date. Come to find out, the date that she told me that she had to reschedule, she ended up coming on that day. And so I was like, girl, I cannot believe. At first I was like all happy and stuff. But then I thought about it, I was like, girl, you was on a plane without me knowing. I was really feeling some kind of way. And I, in that moment, it's like I wanted to cry because just the thought of not knowing what could have happened, at that time, with me not knowing that she was up in the air, and it's just a lot going on in the world right now. But then I had to sit and think about it, Nikki. If you're a believer in God, if you really is a child of God, you cannot place your fears on her. She was just trying to surprise you. So you have to be okay with that. And be okay with knowing that God got her, regardless of anything. He got her better than you can have her. When you is a believer in God, losing my mom just put my mindset in a whole different space than where everybody else is. Like, people don't know another way of thinking if they never had to lose something so precious to them. Like, you only think in one way because that's what you've been conditioned to, because you've never had to think another way. I've been in those situations, so I've had to alter my thinking in situations. If I really was gonna be a person who act off of how other people treated me, honestly, I would not talk to half of the people who I talk to. Because I have been a real mistreated person. But I do not let how other people has treated me or anything alter who I am. And I still treat people with the love and respect that I would love to receive. I don't hang around now. I ain't rushing to hang around nobody. No. But when I see you, or when I do come across you, I'm going to treat you with love and respect. But, of course, you don't get the same Nikki no more that was, trying to hang around you and stuff like that. No, I ain't going to do that. But I'm not going to mistreat you either. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. But, it's just because you live and you learn. And I do know that, God reveals things, just like they say, when God elevates you in your life, half of the people that was in your life is not going to be in your life once you receive that elevation, because everybody can't go with you. And God don't want everybody around you to reap the benefits of what you have sown. God do not want you giving out your blessings to people who is not trustworthy and that's not worthy of the things that you've been through. I have been through a whole lot, but I've also given a whole lot. I have been good to a lot of people also. So, with that being said, once God started elevating me in my life and blessing me, people who I thought was gonna be around me, and also I was able to, and I wanted to, just welcome everybody into my household, just be happy. God was like, girl, this ain't for everybody. This is for you. You have been hurt and downplayed on and talked about it and lied on and all this other stuff. So this blessing that I'm giving to you in your life is not for you to bring everybody with you. It's for you to enjoy. And when people come, they're going to see the fruit of the labor that you put in. They're going to see the seed that you have sown, because you're reaping the blessings. You're reaping everything that you sown. You're getting back things that you probably didn't even work for. But you're getting it because you have put in the work. As far as dealing with things, being mistreated, but still not treating people like how people treated you. And I just really know that I am y'all just don't understand. I am a true believer in God, and y'all, I honestly feel as though God is calling me to Him simply because I see how other people think, but I see the world that they're living in also. And the world that they're living in is this manly, this human-made world. But when you're a believer in God, and you know God is supernatural, He don't move like how humans move. He moves so totally different. Although you may go through things, when you don't be and you don't become the things that you've been through, and you still try to be a better person and elevate yourself in something totally different, God made ways for you. Things happen for you in your life that you probably never even thought would happen. And y'all, I honestly am a true believer in God, and I just pray that people who say that they believe in God, that go to church every day, that listen to the word, listen to and say and listen to gospel songs, and they want to sing them and stuff, but really don't even understand what it is they singing. Y'all just don't understand. I really am passionate about this because I really don't understand how people say that they're believers in God, but still try to control other people's lives and feel like they know what's best for people when they don't. We don't. I honestly do not know. I cannot say, if you do this, this is how your life will turn out. Because everything is not for everybody. So you have to make your own decisions. You have to make your own decisions with life, man. Everybody. Yes, our children, we have them. But at the end of the day, we all are children of God. He is our Father. So once we actually realize that and set that in our brain, we will know that the only person that knows the best for us is our Father. Our Father, our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. God that's the only way. That's the only way. And y'all, I'm gonna go ahead and end this video, but because I didn't want to make it this long. I really didn't. I be saying that and I go to rambling. But y'all, I honestly, you know what I'm saying, I just had to, because this just kept bothering me, because it was a conversation that I was having last night with my sister and all this other stuff, and then it's just like things that has happened, and how, you know, my child, you know, making decisions, and people who've had opinions about what she, you know, decisions that she's making in her life and stuff like that. And I'm just not the one to feel as though and to think as though I know the best for people. All I can say is, and all I know is, God is the way. I can lead you to and show you who to put your faith in, because you can put faith in me, but even I fall short because I am human. But God is supernatural. He's not a human being. He is above and beyond who we are. And so he knows the way. He can see the future. He knows how it all gonna end up. So put your trust in him, and everything will work out. Put your trust in him. But y'all, I'm gonna go ahead and end this video. I'm gonna end this video right here. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna keep talking, because y'all, I get passionate. I promise y'all. Like, and he's working on me, and he's sending me his way. I don't feel like any other. I don't feel nothing else but his way. I promise y'all. I promise y'all. But y'all have an awesome day. My daughter here, like I said, she leaving on Thursday, so I gotta go to this grocery store and get some food to cook for her and all this other stuff. So that's what I'm finna do. But I just had to come on there and make this video, and, you know what I'm saying, talk to y'all for a little bit, because y'all, it just people be tugging with me. Like, I be feeling some kind of way. If you gonna believe in God, believe in God. Don't have that faith. You can't have faith if you steady trying to control and feel like you know what's best. I just can't. But y'all have an awesome day. Y'all have an awesome day. And I will talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.